Hello everyone. So I'm here today with the completed repaint of Marin Kitagawa Desktop Cute Liz version. This one was quite an interesting one to say the least because right at the beginning when I was dismantling the figure, a few things went wrong. I wasn't really prepared for it because the material of the wing was relatively different from what I am usually used to working with. I don't know what exactly happened, but somehow it was exposed to more heat than the rest of the figure and it ended up bending out of shape, after which it was really difficult to get it back in shape. I think the only thing that can be done would be to expose it to more heat using a heat gun, which I don't really have. So I had to get creative and do something about it. So yeah, I decided to remove the wings altogether. Some might think that that makes the figure incomplete because it's a part of a costume, it's a part of that cosplay itself, but unfortunately there's not much I can do about that. But once that was out of the way, I had to remove the whole top part of the clothing and I had to model it with putty. So I did manage to do that. I think it looks pretty well this way too. Maybe the next time I paint her, I will have to look into how I can manage not to mess up the wings. From what I understand, it was because since the wings they are covered by the hair, so they are surrounded by the hair part, and that thing heats up a lot. So maybe that is what caused the wings to bend, but I'm not really sure. So maybe the next time I paint another figure of her, we'll find out what happened. But this was interesting, to be honest. It was fun. Like, this was a new challenge. You mess up a figure, you have to find a workaround and try to figure out how to still make it look good. So this one is without the wing, and even then I would say it looks pretty nice. Removing the top part of the costume and adding in just bare skin kind of makes it look different from the usual figure that was released. Now this one it's a nice figure. I like the sculpting, like I'd mentioned in the previous video during the unboxing. It was a nice figure and it was really fun to work with. And actually halfway through the painting, I was close to finishing the painting. That is when I realized that there was a gacha version of the same figure that was released. I don't know when it was out, but luckily I came across a post on Twitter and I had to ask the person like what figure is that, and then they pointed out that it's a gacha figure and you can get it. So I ended up buying that as well. I decided to pair them up so both the figures can stay together and they look really nice. Like the gacha one looks really cute next to the desktop cute figure. So I decided to paint both of them together. Once that was in, painting that figure was actually more challenging than painting the actual Marin Kitagawa figure because of the size itself. That one was too small to add in any details. So what I did was add a little less details but focus more on bringing out her character. So that was an interesting part, I would say, of painting this figure. I am pairing both the figures into one, so I consider this whole thing as like one whole project, and I had a lot of fun painting this. Comparatively simple, and once I'd removed the top part of the clothing and the wings, that kind of took away some of the painting, but it also made it look a lot more interesting, I would say. Interesting I would put it more as different than the actual figure itself, because all the versions that are out. There are two versions, one is with eyes open and the second one is with her eyes closed. It's not really that much of a difference, so this one was kind of a new variant, you can call it. So yeah, the rest of the painting was done normally. There are many people who ask questions about the skin toning that I do, and this time I actually managed to record the toning process, the process of creating the paint for the skin. So I didn't record it in a video format, it's all in pictures, and I have uploaded them to my YouTube. So you can check the posts section of my channel and you will find it there. It's more like a guide. So I didn't know what measurements to go with, so I just took a kitchen scale and weighed out the paints and all those things. So maybe you could figure out the ratios from there and go with it. The lighter you want the skin tone to be, I would say use a lot of white, because if you go through the whole thing, I did end up using a ton of white, a lot more than the other colors. So keep that in mind, and if you want, check it out. If you have any questions, let me know. As usual, this painting was really fun. Next I will probably be painting Frieza and correcting the Lacus Klein from Gundam. Since that figure, I wanted to make some changes to it and re-release it. So yeah, I'll see you probably the next weekend with new videos, and till then, bye bye.